What's up everybody, Jared here with carbuzz.com, and today I'm driving the 2023 Toyota Crown. This is a very unique new vehicle for Toyota, and I'm going to show you 5 things you need to know about it. So the first thing that you need to know about this new Toyota Crown is that every Crown model is a hybrid. The entry-level trim and the middle-level trim that I'm driving right now both come with a standard Toyota hybrid system. This system is very familiar if you've ever driven a Toyota hybrid before. There's a 2.5-liter 4-cylinder engine under the hood with an electric motor on the rear axle, making it all-wheel drive. Together with the engine and the electric motor, you're going to get 236 horsepower. This hybrid system is a little more advanced than we've seen in past Toyota hybrids though. While 100% of the power can go to the front axle, the system is capable of sending up to 80% of the power to the rear and keeping only 20% for the front axle. All of that power goes out to all-wheel drive through an eCVT. It's not actually a continuously variable transmission, but it's a direct drive that kind of feels like a CVT. So when you put your foot on the throttle, it holds the RPMs in one spot, and you really don't feel like it's changing gears, so to speak. If you remain ginger on the throttle and don't rely too heavily on that engine, you'll average 41 miles per gallon, which is really good for a car with well over 200 horsepower. The acceleration in the Crown feels pretty decent, but if you want something a little more lively, you should check out the fully loaded Platinum trim. Now let's talk about the second drivetrain that's available on the top Crown Platinum model. It's called Hybrid Max. Instead of a 2.5-liter 4-cylinder engine, you're going to get a slightly smaller 2.4-liter 4-cylinder engine, but it's got a turbo. Now thanks to that turbocharger and a very different hybrid system, you're going to get 340 horsepower out of this drivetrain combination and 400 pound-feet of torque. That means that the Hybrid Max drivetrain is much quicker than the standard hybrid. You'll get from 0 to 60 in around 5.7 seconds. The Hybrid Max system is able to split power in a very unique way. It can send up to 70% of the power to the front and 30% to the rear, or it can send as much as 80% of the power to the back and keep only 20% for the front. And unlike the standard hybrid system, you don't get an eCVT. You get a real 6-speed automatic transmission. With 340 horsepower on tap, Toyota says that the Hybrid Max powertrain can get you from 0 to 60 in about 5.7 seconds. In fact, let's try it out. That was really quick, really smooth acceleration. And because the Hybrid Max uses a 6-speed automatic transmission instead of an eCVT, you get a much better sound when accelerating. No more groggy CVT noise. This is one of the first times that Toyota has put a regular automatic transmission into one of its hybrid cars, and I think it makes a world of difference in how sporty this vehicle feels to drive. And even though the Hybrid Max develops 340 horsepower, you still get really good fuel economy. The EPA says you'll average 30 miles per gallon. That's pretty good. Now that we're done checking out the 3 drivetrain options, let's focus on the number 3 thing that you need to know about the Crown: the interior. This is now Toyota's flagship sedan model, so this is going to be the nicest cabin that you'll be able to get in any Toyota vehicle in the United States. For starters, you get this 12.3-inch touchscreen display as standard. It features wireless Apple CarPlay, wireless Android Auto, and really great voice command. You also get this really nice 12.3-inch digital gauge cluster. There are a ton of different drive modes that you can cycle through, and each one is going to have a different effect on the gauge cluster display. This Platinum trim level gets heated and ventilated front seats and even heated rear seats. You get a nice and deep wireless charging area and 2 USB-C ports. And both the Limited and Platinum models get a standard panoramic roof. Now let's focus on the 4th thing that you need to know about the 2023 Toyota Crown, and that is the styling. Honestly, the exterior styling might be the most important thing to talk about with the Crown, because Toyota has never offered a vehicle like this, and honestly, there have been very few vehicles quite like this one on sale in the US market. As you can see, it sits a little bit higher than a traditional sedan. The overall ride height is actually 4 inches taller than a Camry. But despite that, the ground clearance is only about 1/10 of an inch higher than the Camry. I think it's the perfect kind of vehicle for somebody who really wants a sedan, but has difficulty getting in and out of a low slung model. The front styling is rather unique. You have these really cool, sleek headlights that look a little bit like the Toyota BZ4X electric crossover. 19-inch wheels come standard, but this Platinum model rides on these really cool 21-inch wheels, the largest that Toyota has ever offered on a sedan. You can get the Crown in a variety of single-tone colors, but I think this red and black two-tone is rather unique. And based on the proportions, you might expect to find a hatchback back here. But actually, the Crown has a traditional sedan trunk. You can see that the trunk is decently tall and roomy with a very wide opening. And if you pull on these two tabs, you can drop the rear seats to get more space. That's a decent amount of room, but honestly, I wish Toyota would have just made this a hatchback. And while we're on the subject of the exterior, I want to talk about the Toyota Crown family. This body style that you see here is the only one that Toyota has confirmed that's coming to the United States. But there are actually 4 different Crown models that will be on sale in other markets. In addition to this sort of lifted sedan, the Crown was also shown as a more traditional sedan. You can also get a sporty Crown SUV and a Crown that sort of reminds me of a Subaru Outback wagon. Of the 4 models, let me know which of the Crowns you think is the best looking and the one that you would buy if they were all available here in the United States. And now for the 5th thing that you need to know about the Toyota Crown. How much is it gonna cost you? So the base XLE model starts at just under $40,000. That gets you that standard hybrid drivetrain with all-wheel drive. Stepping up to the limited costs $45,550. It also gets the standard hybrid system with all-wheel drive, but you get some more features on the interior. And if you want the hybrid max drivetrain, you're gonna have to step up to the Platinum for $52,350. You get some extra equipment that's not available on the limited, including an adaptive suspension. It may be over $12,000 more expensive than the base Crown and around $7,000 more than the limited, but I think that hybrid max drivetrain really makes the Platinum Crown worth the money. In fact, I think that the Crown Platinum is better than the current Lexus ES350. I really hope you've enjoyed this look at the 2023 Toyota Crown. For more videos like it, be sure to like, subscribe, and ring that notification bell to be alerted of our latest videos. And if you want to read more about the 2023 Toyota Crown, be sure to check out carbuzz.com. I'll see you next time.